Traders, welcome back to another episode of this week's trading series. It's a Saturday today, the 20th of January, 31 minutes past 7, and I'm back with another banger. Yesterday's episode actually I thought was the last one, but I was just watching my old YouTube videos and I couldn't help but to laugh at myself, man. I was so funny. I couldn't even speak to the camera, and I remember the old Chinese saying that goes like Konnichiwa. Okay, no, I can't speak Chinese, so I don't want to mess this up. But basically what the Chinese are saying, or the Japanese, somewhere there, I don't know. But the saying goes like, a journey of 10,000 miles begin with but a single step. So here I am with another banger. I want to share with you guys a very simple strategy that's gonna blow your mind, right? You're gonna think this is a joke, but this is such a powerful strategy, and if you just follow this, guys, I promise you, I know we're not supposed to make any guarantees in this forex game, but I promise you guys, if you follow this strategy, you're gonna make some money. It's not gonna make you rich, because I'm not rich at all, but if you follow this, it's gonna make you some money. So I've been saying on this channel that if the market is pushing to the upside, well, it's not just me actually, most people do say this, but if the market is gonna push to the upside, we're gonna push to the upside and exhaust a little bit. We're not gonna break the previous low, but we might even come back to this level here. But as long as we stay above here, then that means we are still pushing to the upside, and then we're gonna push again, violating or breaking above the previous highs, and then come back to exhaust. As long as we keep breaking above the previous highs and creating higher highs, that means we are pushing to the upside, and that's just the rhythm of the market that is pushing to the upside. And the opposite is true. If the market is going to push to the downside, we're going to push, exhaust a bit, creating a lower high, and then push again, creating a new lower low, breaking below the previous low, right? Making a new lower low, exhausting a bit, creating a lower high, pushing again, breaking and closing below the previous low, and so on and so forth. It is very important to note that as long as we keep following this rhythm, then we are pushing to the downside. Now my strategy to you guys today is a very simple one, and it's just to draw an arm, right? Something like that. And before you laugh, this is a very powerful strategy. If the market is going to push to the upside, if we know that if the market is pushing to the upside, it's going to keep doing something like that, then it makes sense that every time it gets here to these levels here, which is this level here, if I may drag this thing, every time it gets around this level here, then it makes sense for us to buy the market, because we know that if it's going to continue pushing to the upside, then this is the rhythm that it must follow. So this arm here is going to help you a lot to identify the areas in which you must buy. And of course the opposite is true. If the market is pushing to the downside, then we need to anticipate this level here and then sell the market back to the downside. Hence I'm saying this is an arm. So if you just stick to these two arms here, this arm that's facing up when you're buying the market, and this weird one that's facing to the downside when we're selling the market, trust me guys, it works all the time. Well, not all the time, but it really works. So another thing that we get when we're still struggling with this game here is that if you want to trade forex, you need to zoom out and then start marking your support and resistance, and go back in time and just keep doing something like that. Maybe go back all the way to 1960 something and then just keep doing something like that. But I think we all know by now, this is 2024 guys, come on, we all know that this trading approach, it doesn't work at all. If this worked the way everybody preaches this, everybody would be making money. But we know now that this doesn't work. What we need to focus on is the current price action. What is the market doing right now? And this is something that really changed the game for me. Once I started asking myself, what are we doing right now? Yes, I understand that back in 1930 something we were around this level here, but does that mean that that's gonna make me money today when the market gets back to that level there? It really doesn't work like that. But if I focus, if I concentrate on what is really going on right now, then it's gonna help me out a lot. So those are my two advices to you. Number one, stick to these arms here that I was telling you about. Shit, I deleted those arms, but stick to this arm when you're selling the market, and stick to this arm if you're buying the market, and only stick to the current price action. Those are the two tips, and let's get on to the real strategy and the business of this video today. Now, if we're concentrating on what's happening right now, what is really happening right now, we already discussed that if the market is going to push to the downside, it's going to push, exhaust, and then push again, violating or closing below the previous low, right? And then we're going to come back to retest, and then we're going to push again, violating the previous low. Now, it's very important to note that we can push all the way to these levels here. As long as we don't break above this level, then we are still pushing to the downside. So if we look at this market here with everything that we discussed, we can see that the market is pushing to the downside, and what we need to stick to is this arm here that is facing to the downside, right? So we just need to make sure that every time the market gets back to this upper side of this arm here, then we sell the market. But we don't just sell the market, right? We need some confirmation looking at these candles here. If you don't know how to identify candlesticks, I'm gonna link a very powerful candlesticks video that I made recently. I'm gonna link it somewhere here on the video. Just make sure you go watch that after watching this strategy, after you are convinced that this strategy is the bomb. But yeah, man, we're just gonna backtest the market here. Now, I know people are gonna say I handpicked these trades. I don't want to hear it, guys. I'm just showing you a very simple strategy here. It's up to you to take this thing and backtest it. So let's just get on the trade. So now we can already see that this is the first trade here, right? Because the market has pushed, we just drag this arm here, and then we can see that we violated these previous lows here, and then we just came back to retest. So if we want to take that trade, then we can go ahead, place a trade there, stop loss above structure, and then we can go for a 1 to 2. I don't want to go for 1 to 3 or 1 to 5 or 1 to 10 like you see these Instagram traders, because nobody knows what the market is going to do. But what we do know is that if we're going to continue pushing to the downside, then we need to keep following this rhythm of lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. But we don't know how far this is gonna go, right? We don't know how far the low is gonna go. So it's stupid to say we're gonna go for a 1 to 5 or 1 to 10, because we don't know what's gonna happen. So a 1 to 2 just gives us the best chance to hit our take profit. This is why I like my 1 to 2. So this is a 1 to 2. Let's get on with the trades. I don't know if it's gonna win or lose, but whatever happens here, I know that I'm on the right side of the market, because if the market is going to keep pushing to the downside, then we need to be making lower lows and lower highs. And boom, that's the first trade in the bag. So take profit. Now what we need to understand is that we've created a new lower low, which is around this level here, right? This is our new lower low, and we just broke this lower low. So what do we need? We need our arm here, then we're gonna put it around here. So now we need the market to leave that level, then come back to retest, and then we can take this trade right here, right? So let's keep it moving. We're just waiting for the market to get back to this level here, and then we're gonna get some confirmations, some candlesticks. Let's look at that. I like that candle, to be honest with you. It's a bearish engulfing candle, which means it engulfies this candle here on the left, and I'm gonna go ahead, take that trade, stop loss above structure, and then we go for our 1 to 2. We don't want to be greedy because we don't know what's going to happen, and then we just keep doing like that. If the market kicks us out, okay, we are still in this trade, but if it kicks us out, is that reason enough to start crying and start calling forex trading a scam? Of course not, man. These things happen. Sometimes you're going to take losses. It's just what it is, right? Boom, that's a take profit because I'm a G, right? And then the next thing to note here is that the market has violated the previous low. Now this is our new low here, and we're going to grab our arm, and what are we going to do? Wait for the market to get back to retest there. And we just keep doing this, guys. We just keep doing this and wait for the market to go back and retest. if the market doesn't come back to retest here, what we're gonna wait for is a double top. If we get a double top, then we don't have to wait for the market to get back here, because a double top is a huge indication that the market is failing to push higher, but we are still pushing to the downside and continuing with that trend. So that's the only exception we're gonna make, or until the market pushes to the upside and then violate these highs here and then keep doing something like that, then we can take our buys here back to the upside. This means we are no longer looking for sells, but until that happens, guys, we are only looking for sells, right? So we're waiting for this thing to get back here, or unless we get some double tops here. If you can see that, since the market has pushed, went back there, waiting for something like that, and then we can take this thing back to the downside. But if that doesn't happen, we're waiting for the market to get back all the way up there. Let's just keep playing the market, guys. And this strategy works, guys. Trust me, it works. I won't say it works all the time, but it really works. Now look at that. I like that tap, exhaustion, another tap, this candle here. Now I'm just gonna take a trade because I like this these sellers here. I'm not sure if the market is gonna hit my take profit or it's gonna go back to kick me at stop loss, but what I know is if I keep following this rhythm, if I keep being on the right side of the market, then I'm gonna make money at some point, right? Okay, boom. Okay, so we hit our stop loss there. That's fine. That's not a reason to start calling forex trading a scam, right? These things happen. You're gonna catch some losses at some point. It is what it is. Then that means we're gonna wait for the market to get back there, drag our arm closer, and then we can sell the market back to the downside. I hope that makes sense. So let's keep it moving. Okay, so the market has violated these lows here, so that means we have a new lower low, right? We're gonna drag our arm back here. So that's all we're waiting for the market to get back there and reach it. Ooh, okay, so it's going back up there. Now I would take this as an exception because this is a double top. If the market can give me some rejection there, then I can take that, or I can take the market going back to retest these levels here. Then that should be fine as well. So let's see what's gonna happen. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, I like that a lot, but that's a doji, right? If I can get some sells coming through, then I'm gonna take that trade. There we go. I like that. I like that a lot. Boom, stop loss above structure, and then we're gonna go for our 122. Now you might say, Afonso, aren't you worried about the level here on the left? I'll show you just now. Aren't you worried about this this level here, this key level here on the left? I don't worry myself about that as long as I'm on the right side of the market. Well, if I'm on the live trades, of course I'm gonna break even or take some trade or take some profits off the market as soon as we get to this level here. But I'm only here to play the numbers game. I know that as long as every time I win $2, but when I lose $1, then long term I'm gonna be profitable, right? So let's keep it playing. We don't know what's gonna happen. The market might even go back to boom, that's a take profit. Then we grab our arm. Wait a second. We grab our arm. We notice that we just violated our lowest low here. Now we wait for the market to get back here, and then we can sell the market again. That's all we do, guys. I'm sure you get what I mean, right? That's all we do. We just wait for the market to get back here, and then we can execute the market back to the downside. Let's keep it playing. Okay, I don't like that because we don't have some breathing room. If you notice here, every time the market leaves that level, it must give us some space in the middle. You know, the market must, you know, spend some time on the lower side before it goes back to retest. Same thing here. Every time it breaks there, it must spend some time on the lower side before it goes back to retest. So I'm not gonna take that until the market goes back to retest there. Then I can sell the market again. Okay, there we go. I like that. I like that a lot. So I'm gonna take that sell position, stop loss above structure, then I'm gonna go for a 122. I don't want to be greedy because I'm not a financial genius. I'm not an economist. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what Trump said. Did we hit our stop loss? I think we hit our stop loss there, man. We need to keep it real. Okay, that's a stop loss, but I like that current candle. I like that a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and execute another sell there. like this candle, stop loss above structure, and then we're gonna go for a 1 to 2. You really need to be aggressive with the markets, because some people, let's talk about me, because I don't want to offend anyone here. When I started, every time the market kicks me out, even though I can see that we are still in an area of interest, I wouldn't go ahead and take the trade, right? Because I would still be sulking about the loss that I took. And I noticed that the best approach that you can take when it comes to these markets, if the market kicks you out but you can say that there's still some chance for the market to go in your direction, boom, I like that. I just hit take profit. But for all the haters out there, let's say we are still on this trade, right? Let's keep it moving and see if we're gonna hit our take. Boom. Now I'm sure everyone can see that that's a take profit, but I'm sure you guys can see where I'm going with this, right? This is just a simple strategy, a simple strategy, guys, that if you follow this to the T, if you really follow this, guys, I'm pretty sure you're gonna make some money, trust me. But let's just keep it going for all the haters out there, or people who haven't caught up yet with this strategy, because this is a very powerful strategy, guys. All we are waiting for, sorry about that, let's go grab our arm. All we are waiting for is for the market to get back to these previous lows here, and then we can take the market back to the downside. So let's see what's gonna happen. All right, I'm not really sure about that candle because it left a huge wick on the downside, so that tells me that there's some buyers in the market. I need to see the market pushing. There we go. I like that a lot. So then I'm going to take that stop loss above structure, and then we're going to go for our 1 to 2. And we're just going to keep doing this, guys. We're just going to keep doing this until the market changes behavior. Until the market changes. Okay, I think we're going to take a loss there, but I mean, it is what it is. There's no need. Ooh, look at that. I like that. Come on, man. Boom. I like that a lot. But I'm sure you guys get what I mean here. I mean, I don't want to make this video too long. We're already running at 17 minutes right now, but we're just gonna keep doing this. We're just gonna keep dragging our arm down, and then until this changes, until we see the market going up, breaking above the previous highs, and then we can wait for that retest, and then we're going to start taking our trades back to the upside. We're going to start taking, we're going to start using that arm which is facing to the upside. And trust me, guys, this strategy works. It's just a simple strategy that I developed personally through back testing, through experience, and of course we're gonna lose some trades, but the most important thing is if your risk management is proper and you just keep following a simple strategy of a break, retest, break, retest, break, retest. If that changes and the market comes back to break from the downside, you're like, okay, I'm no longer buying now, I'm waiting for a retest, break, retest, break, and so on and so forth, guys. But the point here is, as long as we are on the right side of the market, then we're gonna make money. Of course we're gonna lose some trades because we're not financial geniuses. We don't know about fundamental analysis. We don't know what crypto did today, or what President who's that Russia guy, President Putin, said today, or we don't know none of those things, right? But what we do know is that if we keep following this rhythm of push, exhaust, push, exhaust, push, exhaust, we're gonna make money at some point. And if our risk management is on point, then we're gonna get to a situations where we know that, okay, we're on the right side of the market because the market keeps pushing to the downside, so we keep selling the market. And as long as we keep selling the market, if the market keeps pushing to the downside, we are more likely to make money. But not only that, traders, we also have our risk management on point. If we have $100 account, we know that every trade that we win, let's say we are risking 2%, every trade that we win $4, but when we lose $2. So that means we made $4 here, we made another $4 here, that's $8. But I'm sure you get the point, right? The point that I was trying to make is that if every trade that we win we make $4, but when we lose we lose $2. It's only a matter of time before we make money, and if we're on the right side of the market, then we are gonna make money. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. Just a simple strategy that I developed, and I hope you find this useful, guys. If you are still new to trading, just make sure you spend some time on my YouTube channel. I've put out a lot of good free stuff, man. With my free stuff alone, you can make money. And if you are broke to the core, I'm gonna leave a link to XM brokers under this video. You're gonna get a free $30 just to start trading with. Now imagine if you take that $30 and you follow the right risk management. You're not just looking to double that $30 in 2 days, or just turn that $30 to $3,000 like these Instagram traders are telling us, right? If you follow the correct risk management, you stick to a 0.01, you make sure that every time you win $2, but when you lose $1. It's only a matter of time before you grow that account. And if you are completely new and you require my personal help, and I don't know why people are always hating on this. People just want you to, I mean, I'm okay with putting out free content. I'm okay with putting out free tutorials for you guys once they're all edited and they look nice and stuff like that. But if you want to trade with me personally, if you want me to take my time to take you by hand and we get into the markets and I show you what I'm looking for, if you want me to take my time to do that, then of course I'm going to charge you. I've created a community of hustlers, real hustlers, man, a community of traders where we get into the markets and we trade on a daily basis. And if you want to be on that community, it's just $149. It's really not expensive for the value that you're gonna get. And if you're gonna grab this free $30 underneath this video, so it's just, you know, it's really cheap, to be honest with you. You can grow that $30 because that's what I did, man. I got a free $30 from XM and I grew it to a point where I'm now making a living online. I'm not rich at all. I don't want to lie to you guys, but I've just spent a lot of time with the markets, and you know, I really like my life now. But yeah, man, that's just a strategy for you guys. Take that strategy, back test it before you risk your hard-earned money. Just back test it, a simple break and retest, and leave good comments down below. If it didn't work for you, you can leave the negative comments down below, but just leave something, man. Smash the like button if you like this video. But yeah, man, it's Afonso with Afonso Analysis, and I will see you when I come back with another banger.